Hello everyone, welcome back to the 2018 Granny Square Crochet Along. Today we're making this really pretty square called Square Dance. Now I don't know where that name came from, but we've got these triangle puff stitches which if you've seen the pattern it is abbreviated to tri-puff. So we've got this puff stitch on the top of the triangle stitches and some treble crochets going on there. Now I like barn dances, Kayleys, that kind of thing, good fun, and in that we have to do do-si-dos and swing your partner, weave in and out of everybody. So that's kind of where I'm thinking the name comes from, because when we do our puff stitches particularly, we have to sort of go round and over and through, so it makes me think of doing those special formation dances. So good fun. You can think of all that, the person calling out, swing your partner, do-si-do. That's my interpretation anyway. So we can do this in one colour, as I've done here. You can do it in two colours, you can do it in as many as you like. I'm going to do this square in the middle in one colour. I'm going to do that in a light blue, and then I'm going to do a darker blue for the outside. Just to let you know, these tri-puffs are done sort of all in one. So if you think, oh, I'll go along and do all these triangles in one colour and then I'll come back and do the puffs in another, that won't work, because we do them at the same time. Okay, just to give you a heads up there. You can do it if you're really clever. So I'm not going to do that because I don't consider myself really clever. Okay, anyway, let's grab your things and get started on round one. So round one is really simple. You're going to make a ring, either chain 5 and slip stitch or do a magic ring. But this square is one of these, because we've got lots of open work going on, it does look fine with a gap in the middle. It does look fine with that. So as usual, I've gone with my chain 5 and slip stitch, and then what you're going to do is when you join with a slip stitch, do a chain 1, and that doesn't count as anything, and then you're going to do 12 single crochets in your ring. So do your ring, do a chain 1 and 12 single crochets, and when you've done that I will see you back. So pause the video and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so when you've done that, we are going to make this into a little square. So we're going to chain 1, which again doesn't count as anything, and then you're going to do a single crochet into that same stitch, and then single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and a chain 3. Your chain 3 will be your first corner, and then do a single crochet, not in this one where this chain's coming from. If you can see here, there's a gap there. Don't go into that one, go into the next stitch. So another 3 single crochets, and then a chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now if you see where I just put my thumb on there, that's where that gap is, and that's the stitch you're not going to go into, because that was your original single crochet and chain. So go into the next one, and we're going to do 3 single crochets along, and our next chain 3 for our corner, and then into the next 3 stitches a single crochet. Nice and simple start, and a final chain 3 for our last corner. We've already got 3 single crochets here, so 1, 2, 3, not our first chain. Do a slip stitch into your first single crochet, and that is your first little square of this larger square done. On to round 3. So round 3 is where it starts to get a little bit more interesting, and we're going to start doing these tri-puff stitches and treble crochets. So what we're going to do first of all is a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 4 stitches, first 4 chains count as a treble, and then 2 count as a chain of 2, and then in our same stitch that we've just done that into, so it's the stitch that we did our slip stitch into and then our chain, we're going to use that as our first stitch of the side, and we're going to start our triangle stitch. So we are going to go into that stitch with a yarn over into that stitch, pull through, so as if we're going to do a double crochet, but then just pull through the first 2 loops. Okay, so this is a bit like when you do double crochet 2 together. We're doing a 3 together, so it's a little bit like double crochet 3 together. So we're going to go into the first stitch, a partial double crochet, yarn over, go into the second stitch, pull through the first 2 loops, and you've now got 3. So that's our second, and then yarn over, go into the third stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You've now got 4 loops on your hook, 1 from each stitch and the initial loop on your hook. So this is a bit like doing a treble crochet 3 together, really, if you've ever done that. And then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops, and you can see you've made this triangle stitch. Okay, so that's your triangle part of this stitch, and now we're going to work our puff stitch, which is going to be made over the top of this triangle stitch. Now if we look here, I did my tri puff here, but I've got a thread of yarn here. Can you see that thread of yarn at the side there? Now I did it slightly wrong. It works and it looks good, but that was slightly wrong, so we're going to try and do it differently today. So what you're going to do is do a pull this loop up slightly to give you some length, yarn over, and then insert into this chain space here right next to your triangle stitch, insert in there, and then go through, yarn over, pull through. You've now got 3 loops. That's once. Pull up a loop, go through, yarn over, pull through. That's twice. You've now got 5 loops on your hook. Do that a 3rd time, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through. So this is a bit like the square dancing, in and out and round the corner. So you've now got 7 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 7 loops. You might just need to give a wiggle it through, and I've got a stray strand. There we go, and there is your puff stitch. Ignore that strand there. You've now got your puff stitch on top of your triangle, so you've got your tri puff. Okay, so I'm going to show you that again, don't worry. So now do 2 chains, and in your corner you're going to do 2 treble crochets, 1, 2 treble crochets, chain 3, and 2 more treble crochets, 1, 2. There we go. And now I'll show you that tri puff again on this side with nothing else. We've not got anything coming out of the stitch like we did round here with our chain. We've just got our 3 stitches here. So yarn over, insert into your first stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, 2 loops left, yarn over into the second stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. You've now got 3 loops left. Let's get some more yarn. Oops. Yarn over, insert into the third stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. You've now got 4 loops, yarn over and pull through all 4. That's your stitch there. Although I've missed 2 chains, which I'm really sorry about, guys. If you've just done that with me, I apologise. Just count it as practice. So you need to do 2 chains. So before and after your corners, you need to do chain 2s. So let's show you that try again. Yarn over, insert into the first, do your first partial double crochet, yarn over into the second partial, yarn over into the third partial, 4 loops left, yarn over, pull through all 4. I knew there wasn't a big enough gap here. There's your triangle stitch. So that's your triangle stitch, and now you're going to do your puff stitch, which is a pull this loop up a little, yarn over, insert into this space here, yarn over, pull through, second time, pull through. You've now got 5 loops, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through. You've now got 7 loops on here, yarn over and pull through all 7. And that's your tri puff stitch. So you do 2 more chains, and then you're going to do your 2 trebles, chain 3, 2 trebles in your corner, a tri puff here, another corner, and another tri puff, and I'll meet you to finish this last corner. Okay, so when you've gone around your square and done most of it, for this last corner, because we've already done a bit here, you just want to do 2 treble crochets, 2 treble crochets, chain 3, and then, because we've already got this chain here, just do 1 more treble crochet into that space there. And then count up to your 4th stitch. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've got one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and do your slip stitch in your 4th chain. And that is your round 3 completed. Aren't these puff tri puffs cute? So cute, and so much better like this than with this strand that I had here. So much better. Okay, practice, hey, see, we all get it wrong at times. Some of us get it wrong more times than others. I get it wrong quite a lot. Okay, so that's our round 3. That's our inner round done, this round here. So I'm now going to change my colour to do the outside. Okay, now if you are continuing in the same colour, which is absolutely fine, if you are continuing in the same colour, you want to, your work will be coming out of here, then you want to turn it over and slip stitch across this stitch here and into this corner. You're going to be starting work in this corner, so slip stitch across. If you're joining your colour, then just pop your hook in the corner and join it with a slip stitch in that corner. Okay, and then whether you slip stitched across or joined a new colour in this corner, just make sure that you've got it on the right side now. Okay, so you want your slip stitch, whether it's you're slipped across with the same colour or your new colour, you want it about halfway of your corner. I forgot my word there. So you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to do 2 single crochet in this corner. Okay, simple. And then you're going to do a single crochet into the next 2 stitches. So that's this one here at the top of your treble crochet. That's 1 single crochet there, and 1 in the top of this one. Now this was your chain, so just go into the top of that chain there and do a single crochet. And then you're going to do 2 single crochets in this space. Okay, 2 single crochet in that space. And then you're going to skip over the puff stitch and do 2 single crochets in the next space. 1, 2. A single crochet in the top of the next 2. 1, 2, and then in your corner you are going to do 2 single crochets, 1, 2, chain 3, and 2 single crochets, 2 single crochets, chain 3, 2 single crochets. And then you're going to repeat that all the way around. You're going to do a single crochet in each of the next stitches, so 1, 2, 2 single crochets in the space, miss the puff stitch, 2 single crochets in the next space, 1 in each stitch, and then your corner, 2 single crochet, chain 3, 2 single crochet all the way around. And when you come back to this corner, you will need to do 2 single crochet, chain 3, and then slip stitch. But I will meet you around here for this last corner. Okay, so for your last corner, you just want to do 2 single crochets and a chain of 3, and a slip stitch into your first single crochet. That's round 4 completed. There we go, got our square forming nicely now. Okay, so this is what we have going on so far. Now, if you want to count your stitches to be sure that you have the right amount, you will have 12 stitches along each side, and then your chain 3 corner space. So you will have 48 stitches all together. Okay, now this next round, round 5, is pretty similar to this round we did here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a chain 6, and that's going to count as our 3, 4. So 4 chains will count as a treble, and 2 chains as a chain 2. And then we're going to start our tri-puff stitch. So that's a yarn over as if for a double crochet, go into the same stitch as our chain where we did our slip stitch. Go into there, yarn over, pull through 2, so that's your partial. So you've done these before around here, but we haven't done them for another round, so just to remind you, go into your second stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Now I've got 3 loops, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and you've now got 4 loops, pull through. Okay, now for your puff, you're going to pull up this loop a little way, so you've got a little loop there, yarn over, insert into this space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, and for a third time. And then if you wanted to count these, there would be 7 loops on this hook, yarn over and pull through all 7. Okay, and then do a chain 2. And then you're going to start a tri-stitch again in the next stitch. Now remember I said there are 12 stitches along the side, so 3 stitches to each tri. You're going to do 4 tri-puffs along this side. So pull through and then do another puff in this space here. So I'll just do one more with you. So that's once, twice, 3 times, pull through and chain 2, and you're going to continue this all the way along. So you're going to have 2 more tri-puffs in this row with chain 2s in between. When you get to your corner, you are going to do not quite the same as here. You're going to do 3 treble crochet, chain 2, 3 treble crochet. So 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble in your corner, and you're going to follow that all the way around, doing puffs all along the side, tri-puffs along the side, and your 3, 2, 3 in the corner. And I'll meet you back around here to finish off this corner with our chain. Okay, so in your final corner, when you've made it all the way around, well done. It takes a while to do these tri-puff stitches. You're going to do 3 treble crochet, chain 2, and then 2 treble crochet. Find your chain of 6 and count up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 chains might be a little hidden in this top part, so don't worry about those. Just do your slip stitch through, and that is round 5 completed. How cute is that looking? How fun to make as well. So we've just got one more round left, round 6, and that is going to be pretty much single crochets. So let's get started on our last round. So for our last round, we are going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in this space. Okay, so this space here, 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and then we're going to do a single crochet in the top of this puff stitch. Now you have to kind of turn it up and look from the top, and then if you look at the very top, you should have 2 strands that are sort of a bit more separate on top. So just find those 2 strands on the top. It might not be too easy, but just find those couple of strands there from the top and do your single crochet in there. Okay, and then you're going to do 2 single crochets in the space and a single crochet in the top of your puff. So find those top 2 strands and do your single crochet into the top of that puff. 2 single crochets in your space, and yes, you probably guessed it, I'm just getting in a tangle here, you probably guessed it, it's another single crochet in the top of your next puff. So go into those top 2 strands and do a single crochet, 2 single crochets in your next space and 1 on the top of your puff. Just find those top 2 and 2 in the next space, 1, 2, and then you're going to do a single crochet on top of these 3 treble crochets in your corner. So you're going to go into each of those, 1, 2, 3, and then in the corner chain space you're going to do single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Oops. So single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. That's your corner. And then you're going to do a single crochet on these next 3 trebles, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to repeat it all the way along this side as well. So 2 single crochets in the next space, then 1 in the puff, 2, 1 in the puff, 2 in the space, 1 in the puff, 2 in the space, 1 in the puff, 2 in the space, 1 on each of these 3 trebles. In your corner, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet all the way around, and when you get back to here you are going to do a slip stitch in your top, in the top of your first single crochet. As simple as that. I'll meet you back around this side. Okay, then when you come back around to where you started, just pop a slip stitch into your first single crochet, and that is the end of that square. You can fasten off. There we go. Fasten off there, and your square's finished. How cute and clever is that? Square dance. Really clever. These little tri-puff stitches that are going on. Love it. So, there you have it, guys. Oh, excuse me. Bit of a hiccup there. Excuse me. And it's really nice to have a square in the centre as well. We do a lot of squares that have circles in the centre, so really nice to have that for a change. So there we go. You might need to give it a bit of blocking, especially on the sides where it comes in. So if you found this useful and helpful, then please click that like button, give us a thumbs up, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. All the details of the Facebook group where you can find the written pattern and the chart are in the description box below. So until next time, just keep hooking and don't let your tea get cold.